Hello, my name is Paul Pringle. Welcome to this wonderful book launch at Stormont. The book's called Irish Country Sports, A Heritage. I've had a look at it. It's absolutely amazing. Well now, we're here today with a very well-known face, Mr. Peter Weir, who in fact is hosting this book launch today. I'm going to have a few words with him. Peter, first of all, thank you for hosting this. You've had a quick look at the book?
Yeah, I'm delighted to be hosting today. It seems a magnificent book. There's obviously a lot of work's gone into it by Albert. They talk about sometimes coffee table books. I mean, there's an awful lot in this. It'd have to be a fairly sturdy coffee table, I think, to be able to take it, to be honest with you. But, it's clear, and it's great to see so many people here today because there's a clear love of the countryside and a love of the environment. Yeah. And I think it's also very gratifying to see people drawn from all parts of the island of Ireland here today. A lot of people travelling a long distance, and I think it shows their dedication to conservation and to the environment as well.
Very interesting that you brought in very quickly the effects of country sports on conservation. And a lot of people decry country sports, but the spin-off for the countryside. I mean, after all, if you're a fisherman, it's up to you to see that the river's in good order, isn't it?
It is. I mean, and I think from that point of view, the people here, the people involved in that, have a dedicated love for the countryside. They care for it, and indeed, a sustainable countryside I think is critical. Not just for those involved in country sports, but also for the whole of the community. And I think those involved with it play a vital role in ensuring that our wildlife, our animals, our flora and fauna, etc., are all kept in a very strong balance.
You mentioned Albert Titteringclose. He's synonymous with the game fairs that have been running for many, many years around Northern Ireland and indeed in the south as well. There must be a tremendous economic boost when the game fair comes to town.
There would be. I mean, you see the sort of the towns and villages, whenever it is held, it's flooded with people in relation to it. Obviously, there's been in the last couple of years that restriction because of the COVID situation. Hopefully, bit by bit, we're moving out of that, and we can see a full resumption of the game fairs.
I hope so indeed. Peter Weir, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
After a very warm welcome from Albert to Stormont and the Long Gallery, and his appreciation that many people had travelled some distance from all over Ireland to gladly be part of the Irish Country Sport, A Heritage book launch, he invited some contributors and special guests to the podium. They all conveyed their congratulations to Albert and all concerned in the production of this fine historical document that will be cherished in many sporting homes and add to any private collector or library. Such contributors to the podium were Peter Weir, MLA, our host for the morning, Brian O'Hare, ex-chair of the Irish Kennel Club Field Trials, Dan Curley, chair of NARGC, Jim Shannon, MP, and with this we will now hear from Jim Montgomery, past Lord Mayor from Antrim.
Delighted to be here today. I've known of the game fair for many years, having been born and lived in Antrim, and Antrim being the natural home of the Irish game fair, so it's something that's I've known about for many, many years. And it's great to see that this is the first major publication covering this area and the traditions and the history of country sports. What's also encouraging to see is that there is so much contribution from right across the island, and as Albert said, I think most counties are here or have contributed to it. So the publication itself maps the development of country sports and explores how they have helped to shape and preserve both the rural landscape and its culture, which is very important.
Absolutely.
After the formal introduction of the book, Irish Country Sports, A Heritage, truly launched in style, after a fabulous finger buffet, we managed to track down some of the guests Margaret McStay, Owen McCaughey, Kieran Young and Stephen McGonigal, and we asked them for their thoughts of the book.
I think it's absolutely fabulous. Some beautiful photographs and some lovely write-ups, and that it will do a lot for country sports and country life.
We asked the thoughts on the illustrations throughout this fabulous book, and Mary reminisces on some of the characters.
Very much so. I say I'm about 25 years in country sports and in the doggy world, in whippets and with all my people here. Yes, there's some beautiful photographs and some people not with us and some people with us, which can be sad, but we've had some very happy times at the dog shows.
One of the guests from the south of Ireland, Owen McCaughey, was asked his point of view of this fabulous book.
Definitely. Fantastic product again by Albert. The inclusion across the board of all the different disciplines of country sport, including the Terrier Federation, which he kindly asked us for a contribution.
Stephen McGonigal puts forward his view on the forthcoming dogs and hunting bill in the chambers of this very building.
Well, that's absolutely the problem. You know, like we've all looked at it, everybody's looked at it. You know, the people behind it are misguided, really. They don't understand the countryside, they have no idea, no conception. It was suggested to me by one of the people behind it that what they should do in terms of fox control is to fence the countryside off. Even for my own work as a rabbit controller, I was suggested to use rabbit fencing. So, I mean, looking at what do we do, fence the whole countryside, and it's unworkable, completely unworkable, misguided, and it's going against conservation rather than for it, which is what we do as you know, countryside people, pest controllers, terrier work. It's all part of the balance.
This drums up a united front by all concerned.
It's going to be an impossibility. There's a strong country and rural sports, heritage within all of Ireland, and in the Republic there's still a very strong support for all types of hunting. In previous legislation where it was being voted upon, it was overwhelmingly pro-hunting, and this Blair bill I don't think can succeed. It's going to make criminals out of ordinary people. They don't show any alternatives. I suppose what alternatives are there, as Stephen said, they're trying to close off or fence off the country, which is an impossibility and changes the whole outlook of the country. Other alternatives are possibly snaring and poisoning, which is a step backwards from an environmental point of view. So, you know, a balanced approach, which hunting is. It's not all about killing, it's about, pest control, wildlife management in a humane, controlled and balanced manner.
And Mary has a very clear message to send to Mr. Blair. The lady is not for turning.
I would tell him to wise up. Country sports has been in this country and all around the world for a long, long time. Farmers could not do without country sports. They could not do without the men coming in on their lands and cleaning it up for them. I know people that have asked for these huntsmen to come in on their lands and clean them because they were losing hens, all their fowl maybe that they'd have reared for years. No, I think you should go and wise up and go with the people, with the hunt.
And it's not all about men, is it?
No, there's ladies, women like myself, totally involved in it, yes. I'm getting a bit old for jumping the hedges now, but in my younger days, yes. But no, I do a lot of write-ups for them, I follow them, I go to every show. It's nice that the huntsmen can show their dogs during the summer and work with them in the field in the winter, and they're helping what Kieran says, pest control, definitely.
We hope you enjoyed being with us here at the book launch for the Irish Country Sports A Heritage here in Stormont. We thank Albert Tittington for again being a leading light and inspiration for the production of such a fine reflection of Irish country sports, and I think you will agree. I hope you will show your appreciation to him and his team for all their hard work by placing an order for your copy. Details will be shown here at the end of this video. And once again, we thank you for your attention.